In one of my previous videos, I referenced conflict as a valley. And this concept I got from a book called The Value in the Valley from Iyanla Vanzant. And this concept resonated with me, and it helped me heal my thinking. So the book is A Black Woman's Guide Through Life's Dilemmas. And it forced change. It made me change by the words, how it resonated, how much it resonated. And I just wanted to share Iyanla's introduction to the book, which was a testimony from her. And it's signed by her, Iyanla, in March 1993. And that was the year I was born, in June. And little do I know, while she was writing this testimony, or when she signed off on this testimony, I was in a valley of my own. And in her words, like a fetus, you must stay in the darkness, the womb, the valley, until the precise moment you are ready to come forth. And I wasn't ready to come forth until June 1993. But anyway, I wanted to reference this first because I thought it was beautiful, because Iyanla was sharing her experience for my generation. Like, she made it for me. And she did, for a Black woman. And I wanted to reference this because I feel like it's great that she's giving us a jump start. And that's what we're supposed to do for our next generation. And I think just sharing this will help us all, because we're going through these valleys, these different kinds of valleys. So and the book is thick, so just the introduction, I was like, okay, this should cure life now. But just knowing just this information, how it seeped through and how it felt and how she felt me, and I'm like, dang, were we friends? Did she, But this happened before I was a fetus. I was going through my own valley. So on the first page, she goes into how Black women do so much work, and we do. Not only because we just want to be great. We want to be great for everybody in our lives, but we're not great for ourselves first, and that's the issue. But we also want to excel. We want to excel, and we want to be on top of things to knock down any stereotype that people have. For the insecurities, we work extra hard so we can show that we are who we are, because we are great, and when people don't see that you're great, we tend to work harder. We tend to do things more to be like, hey, look at me. You see what I am? Do you see? Do you not see? And when you yearn for this validation from others, instead of looking inside yourself and getting the validation from yourself, we tend to go crazy, and we tend to, as Iyanla says, we think people are out to get us. She says, I was a human being having a temporary human experience, which I was taking far too seriously. I was not at war with the world or life. No one was out to get me. Other people in the world were so busy having their own experience, they did not have the time or inclination to worry about me. I learned it would be impossible for me to have a good friendship with anyone else until I had a good relationship with myself. And having a relationship with ourselves is important, because as I was in my mom's belly in March of 1993 by myself, that's how we go through the world. In our mind, we are by ourselves, and it's important to curate it and make it what we want it to be. And make it what we want it to be, and and switch the importance of where we put things. Separate it into different, put everything all in one box and then reorganize it. Reorganize by importance, not by what we think is important. Because what we think has not been working. We need to get new information. And Iyanla says, life is more than hopping from one mountaintop experience to another. And although it may be perfectly obvious, somehow we forget there is a valley between every mountain. And that's the truth. We always want to, you want to get your degree. Then you want to get married. You want to have kids. You want to just, everything wants to be, you just want to be on the top. But you don't want to realize that there is things that are going to happen. We're not just going to try to rock hop or do boulder hopping because it's not an activity. It's life. It's life. And she says valleys are purposeful. They open our eyes. They strengthen our minds. They teach us faith, strength, and patience. They're teaching us how to be and how to move. She also says, yet no matter how dark and bleak the valley seems to be for you or someone you know and love, there is always value. It's important to learn when you're in a valley. And there's different valleys. The valley of light, the valley of understanding, the valley of courage, the valley of knowledge and wisdom, the valley of OPP, which is other people's problems or purpose, etc., the valley of comeuppance, the valley of purpose and intent, the valley of non-resistance, the valley of success, and the valley of love. This part on page 15 cracked me up. It hit home, too. It hit home because I was like, whoa, she's speaking to me again. Black women instinctively need to know everything, down to the most minute detail. She says, we want to know what is coming, how it is coming, when it is coming, and whether it will wiggle or jiggle when it arrives. Yes, I need to know everything. That's why I try to plan out everything in my day, because I want to know what might be coming, what's coming, what might be coming, what my imagination may think it's going to come up. She also says, unfortunately, for many of us, the things we know and grab onto in the dark are the very things which throw us headfirst into the valley. That was like, ooh, that was a stab. That was like, oh, thought we was friends type. But it was so truth. When things is truth, it's like it turns on some lights in your brain, or it makes your brain feel some sort of way. It's like, damn, I feel a little assaulted. Should I close the book? But no, it's right. When we try to dig and figure things out and needs to know, we mess ourselves up. There's some things that we don't need to know or don't know for reasons. And we need to learn to give up that power that we need, that we think we need. What we think, we need to give up what we think is power. We need to relearn what power is. Iyanla, she has a little, equation, which I was like, oh, that's awesome. I love thinking, and how she articulates her introduction. I'm like, wow, it could have just been simply this. It could have been this introduction, and it would have just been like, okay, you're great. And that's when she knew like the introduction. Yeah, like this is articulate. This is profound. This will help, but we need more in life than just just simple words, because human experience, it ain't just a walk in the park. But this was the equation: truth plus love equals freedom times power. So she's saying truth, giving yourself the truth, letting you know, like, shit, you don't need to know everything. Calm down. But being nice to yourself, loving yourself, would equal freedom. And that multiplies your power. When you don't give yourself this information, when you don't allow yourself to read and be better from the things that have been causing you to end up in these valleys, we're destroying ourselves. Literally, we think that it's everybody else, or like, this person did this to me and I'm just like, I'm hurt, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why do they keep doing this? I just keep loving them and they keep not loving me. Why? I'm such a good person. And you just keep telling yourself that you're a good person. You keep just telling yourself that I'm so kind, I'm so this, I'm so great, I am. And yes, I'm telling you right now, you are. I don't know you, but if you have a heart and you're kind to people and you're loving and you're giving, yes, that's what you are. But honestly, if you're not giving that to yourself, then what are you doing? Iyanla says, when I thought about the things I had said and done and not said and not done, it became clear who was out to get me. So profound. Oh my gosh. I love writing. I love when people put their feelings down, because it makes my heart warm. It just makes me feel a different way. She said, and not said and not done. When I thought about the things I had said and done, and not said and not done. That's why, for me personally, internalizing all these words and knowing I'm great and just still powering through and allowing for others to make me feel some sort of way, or just trying to give to, on the surface in the 3D, look as if I'm a good person, is destroying my mental. Because when you give, you're giving to give, you're not giving to get back, but we are giving to get back, and we're not saying, hey, I gave you this beautiful mug, I want a beautiful mug back. No, you want appreciation, or you want appreciation. You want to be like, wow, that person, like, they thought about me. That's sweet. This is a small example, but when we get into the major dilemmas in life and the major situations in life, and we're not getting back what we're giving out, and we're not seeing that we're not taking the time, and we're not having clarity as to, like, this person might be going through this, and that's why they can't give this. They went through that. This is why they can't give me this. We think, like, we just think straightforward, just in our own mind, like, hey, they're not giving me this because I might be this, but I know I'm this. And it's just bringing all these branches and all these thinkings that just makes us go into a spiral, which we're always hoping we're spiraling up. But we end up, when you're fighting with your mind and you're fighting with yourself, you're inevitably going to spiral down. And that's why we have to choose ourselves. We have to learn and understand that this is a human experience. And when I learned this concept of that we're just humans living in the human experience, it helped me put my thinking into these boxes. Like, hey, okay, you're human. And the person, like, laughing outside right now, or, laughing outside, is a human, and they're going through their own human experience. That person playing over there is going through their own human experience. So yeah, I'm sad right now, but it's to experience it. Like, I always think about You know how they say, be glad that you have a tongue so you can speak. Be glad that you have this so you can, be glad you have thumbs so you can open doors. Be glad that you have this, it made me realize, like, be glad I'm having these experiences. Be glad I'm in the human experience, having the human experience, because I'm pretty sure, like, just like when you're first in line, the person in the second in line wish they were first in line. So there is somebody out there, or something, or some creature, or whatever, I don't know. The ants, I know they are wishing that they had the human experience. You know what I'm saying? Back to Iyanla's beautiful introduction. She says, I was a human being having a temporary human experience, which I was taking far too seriously. And I like that, because I feel like right now I'm not taking my human experience seriously anymore. Now I'm understanding, like, this is the human experience. Okay, so the experiences, the emotions that I go to, they're valid. The feelings that I go to, they're valid. But hey, it's not going to end my life. I have to figure it out. This is a conflict. There's a resolution. There's a strategy to get out of it. Right. I want to read the last thing that I highlighted. This was when I highlighted this when I first got the book, and I highlighted it in blue, and it's because this is very important. And when I read it again, I was like, I'm glad I highlighted this in blue, because I still agree this is important. Do not make up one of your excuses for doing what you do to create drama or reinforce your fear. Acknowledge yourself and decide what, if anything, you are going to do about you. Do not beat up on yourself with shoulds or should not. Do not criticize yourself. Do not judge yourself. Understand that we all do what we do based on who we are and the information we have at that time. The information is usually based on our past experiences, perceptions, and fear-motivated behaviors. Whatever the information, whatever our perceptions, we will get what we need to learn in order to do better. That is the universal law. Here's my own written thought. Why do we think so different? Why can't we understand and see where another is coming from? Why do we take it to extremes? Why do we get so sentimental about it all? Why do I let myself get there? Why do I cause my own pain and wonders? Why, when we ask ourselves this, we think we're crazy? I can't answer the questions about why can't others do this and others do that, but I can answer the question, why do I let myself get there? And that is our journey. That is my journey. Learning myself, relearning things that I thought I knew, so I can be on track to Iyanla's vision. Why she gave us a head start. So I'm going to utilize the information that's been given, and you should too. And I'm going to share it and teach it, because it's important to learn us, to learn ourselves, so we can teach the future generation, teach our kids, so they have a jump start. At 20, they're doing this. Out of high school, they know it's not other people, it's me first. What we do now will shape us into the old person we will be in the future.